Hey guys, welcome to a news video for the Japan side, JP side. And today we'll be talking about some things that happened. So let's get into it. First of all, this table of contents, not important. Thing that will not matter, the gift tickets. If you're watching this well beyond it's a campaign thing, then I guess it doesn't matter to you. Talking about old story, character from season 3, so it's not really a spoiler if you haven't. It's out of context, so it doesn't matter really, right? The thing we already knew about, other than like we only knew that we were getting Ishitola. We didn't know that else we were getting, but obviously we'd be getting our STMR and stuff. Anyways, so her stats are she's a magic attacker. One of the is AoE. Wow, that's really loud. Her stats are one of is going to be AoE, wind damage, ignoring magic, and also enables quad cast. TMR is 50% magic with a rope and auto regen, which is okay, it's on a free unit, but anyways. STMR is 20% MP, 20% magic, confuse and paralyze immunity, and 40% magic with a rod. And something with 6 elements. I don't know what that means. Also, there's an item world. There's an item world for the shitty weapons for Final Fantasy XIV, so obviously if there's rewards in here, you'll just go through them and get the rewards because you do not care about the weapons because they can only be equipped. They can only be equipped to the Final Fantasy XIV units, which are only 6 stars, so they're all useless. Unfortunately, this is kind of how the cookie crumbles. Really, there will be an event for this boss buff, but it's for the old units, so I mean none of them are going to be relevant whatsoever. Unfortunately, guys, it's just not very good. Let it do it for the rewards, I guess, even though some plugs. And then finally, a new Final Fantasy X event, but it's really rough for me because they just had Final Fantasy IX. I love Final Fantasy IX. And I love Final Fantasy X too. So this is really rough for me. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle this. Hopefully there will not be a 3-part video for that for my polls, please. Some characters that I didn't really expect Azaru to be the one to be next, but he's only a 4-star and his TMR is absolute garbage. Other than the auto summon gosh thing is actually kind of nice. 20% evil magic, but it's a 4-star pace, so its K is probably gonna be very limited. Yunalesca, I really wanted 5-star Riku, but we did not get it this time. Maybe there'll be a Final Fantasy X raid. So unfortunately, no 5-star Riku. And we know if we're. Ugh. Forgot about that part. If we're talking about Final Fantasy X, of course, there's gonna be this guy in it. His limit burst is only 1 hit. They already spoiled that in the animation. They did like the CG animation and they showed what happens afterwards, and he only slashes once. So hopefully, it's not gonna be a finisher. His I'm so excited to talk about him, but hopefully he's not a finisher. His limit burst is AoE, def ignoring damage, unlocks special abilities for 3 turns, but it doesn't matter if it's we're gonna say why it doesn't matter in a minute. His TMR is 3% attack, 3% water resist, which is really low. Auto limit or limit burst, and also gives TGH. I'm assuming it's 50%. And also his STMR is a 2-handed sword, 169 attack, which is really low for a sword. When we're talking about TDH units, guys, that's pretty low. That is extremely low for a TDH unit, actually. That should be like 175 or something, but it's only 169. Water element. Burst damage up, which doesn't matter if it's only one hit. It doesn't matter how much Burst damage you increase it. And it's also two-handed, of course. Really disappointed that he's not a true dual unit, because now if he's not a true dual unit, he just might not be good enough when there's units that have 6 times cap. But his modifiers would have to be very high, like CG Rain, in order to be good as a TDH unit in this point in the game. I forgot to mention Yunalesca, or Limit Burst. His AoE death ignoring damage unlocks. Wait, no, that's the other one. Chance of instant death, just like the game, I think. Right? And also damage mods up, which is nice. Kimahri is 43 magic, 43 spirit, which is flat. Petrifying disease immunity, which is not too bad. But they're both fest units, by the way, so that's not so good. Timahri is 60% magic, 40% Esper stats, and also summon damage up, so the 40% Esper stats is pretty high. On top of that, 60% magic is also pretty good. But what I've noticed in a lot of harder trials and stuff, you really would like to have like elements resistance, like a lot of elemental resistance. I'm not really sure how you would equip this. A lot of HP and stuff, like this would be nice. I guess the Esper stats kind of make up for it if you have a really good geared Esper. So there's that. Really excited about Tidus, but hopefully he's not a finisher. And the free unit is Kimahri. Limit Burst is AoE damage, AoE full break, which is pretty nice. It's probably not going to be very high break though. He has a blue mage, so there will be a Quina-like event like last month. And then also his TMR, 30% HP, attack, and magic, which is pretty nice. 3% HP and attack is already pretty nice. And also gives Limit Burst return. His STMR is a spear with 177 attack and also gives high jump. So 177 attack for a free weapon is actually pretty damn good. Free weapon, guys. You can get this in the event. The blue magic include AoE fire damage, which is pretty much all of these are just the same thing like in the game. Single target damage, AoE petrified, AoE water damage, AoE defense and spirit fire, thunder, water resist up. This is just like the game, guys. That's really just like the game, which is really, that's nice. And then some weapons, and then Vraska's final summon boss, which I laughed my ass off because they didn't even bring Yu Yevon as the final boss for the boss buff thing, the series boss. Instead, they made it the actual final. Like technical, most people consider him to be the final boss because he's the hardest. In terms of story, anyways, not in terms of difficulty and bosses, but very interesting and very funny that they made him and not Yu Yevon the final boss. And his Tidus's boss buff that he gets is cooldown every 4 turns, single target damage 2 times, and gradual water imperil, just like a CG Onion Knight or CG Terra, where their imperils go up over time. Passive ability 40% attack, 40% defense, 40% spirit. 40% spirit. Those are some nice stats to have. On a lot of trials, guys, on the JB side, there are a lot of trials where you need defense and spirit on your attackers even now. So it's nice, and also gives TGH, but we don't know the percentage. Also, in between all this stuff, when this happened right here with this Dark Visions picture, they talked about some summer stuff happening, so expect that in the future. It's still summertime, so it's relevant enough. And then this Dark Visions, some kind of event where you'll be graded on your criteria of some kind. Some kind of new event that I don't really know much about because it's new. So you'll be graded on attack, biggest damage in 1 turn, damage, biggest amount of mitigated damage in 1 turn, least amount of dead units, also fastest clear, and biggest chain. Biggest chain will be the easiest. Just bring a bunch of chainers who can chain together. Just bring like the whole team of chainers. That's easy. even if you only bring like 4-star units and stuff, they can still chain, and you still can make the biggest chain. So, or just like someone like Fid who can give everybody chaining and just have all of them chain with that ability. Easy. That's easy. The biggest damage depends. I don't know why the least amount of dead units, so it's probably gonna be something hard. Anyways, moving on. There will be a gale cap from 200 million to 500 million. I don't even have. I've never gotten to the gale cap ever, so I don't know how. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to 5 million, 500 million, whatever. Also, moving on, there will be a step up change, basically just to try and sell more units. Check stats and level burst animation and stuff. Not really all that special. And here comes the really sad and pathetic part where they literally just celebrated. They literally just celebrated the 39 million, 100 million, and now they're celebrating 4,000 million, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty sad. 40 million. It's like the Christmas in July bullshit where they have to take every little thing that happens maybe in their game and they have to market it. So this is another thing that they're marketing free stuff though. So I'm not angry, but I'm just it's a little pathetic that they're doing this just after they've done the 400 or the 39. I will say the 39 campaign is a lot better because you got that 11 rainbow pull and also the step up for summon fest units. Whereas here you get a daily quest to do things and get put into a raffle to win the real stuff, but only for JP residents only. So actually, most of you that are watching right now probably cannot get any of this stuff. I'm not going to go into too much for it. Also, there'll be 10 daily pull, and summon fests are included, but expect 10 blues for the next few days. I did get rainbows from them though. I did get some rainbows from them before when they did this in the past. So just the normal stuff like last month with the Final Fantasy IX where you got some tickets and also the vortexes and things. Campaign, so the free tickets, free chocobo slot, which is really nice, 10 days or so. A free chocobo slot, I like that. Vortexes, and all that stuff. Not really anything interesting. Also, at the end, they said, Miso asked something like this: "Are we going to get Ice Veritas or the last Hess in the story?" And Hirano said it could happen potentially as a Where Are the Visions or FFBE collab or story event of some kind. So I'm really excited to hear that. At least I want to see Ice Veritas in the game. The sprite when it was used in the story was very cool. So maybe someday we'll see that. But I'm not holding my breath. And then lots of plugs for War of the Visions and then the ending basically. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Final Fantasy X like me? I love Final Fantasy X, one of my top 3 favorite games ever. So let me know what you guys think. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Give me your thoughts. Is this good? Is this bad? Also, the downvotes were pretty heavily, but I mean, those are to be expected at this point. It was like 600, 700 at the end, which is pretty big, but not massive compared to the last time. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.